Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the CKB podcast brought to you by Eagle Claw Fishing and Trocar Hooks. My name is James Strawbridge, otherwise known as Jimmy Straws.
Jimmy Straw.
And my buddy, my partner in crime, Mr. Matt Flanagan over there taking care of all the business.
What's up? Got us up on Facebook. You got my full attention now. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, so I can close that out. What's going on?
I hope everybody's enjoying this streak of warm weather that we're about to have. It was a little chilly, but looks like it's coming around. I'm going to try to sneak out Friday and go fishing.
Oh, nice. I did a little, I got out, I'm working at a different, usually I'm working downtown. For the next couple months, I'm working at an office at 53rd and Zuni. So Lowell Ponds is literally 5 minutes down the road from me. So I've been hitting that at lunchtime. And I put my hands on one today at lunchtime. So that was kind of nice. You know, not from the kayak, but it's still, it counts. So, yeah. So what do we got? Club business wise, what do we got? Team series is picking up finally getting some traction on that. I mean, only a couple teams have actually paid, but teams are starting to get picked. I think we're up to 9 confirmed teams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So
excellent.
Won't go too much into that tonight because I'm thinking, and we haven't even talked about it, so let's just talk about it now, live on air.
Good.
I'm thinking the next episode, which would be, assuming we don't go next week and we get back on our every other week schedule, our next episode would be April 1st. I'm thinking we make that the team series episode, where we talk about the team series, we bring in team series, we bring in as many people from each team as we can. You know, we can only do 10 at a time, so we'll have to sort of stagger it. But is there anything else we wanted to do, or should we make the next one the team series episode?
No, we could definitely do that. Let's make it about the folks.
Okay.
Let's put that out there. That way, this will give everybody an incentive. Another option too, and since we're airing this out and throwing ideas out there and spitballing, we could bring in teams for 5-minute segments to talk about stuff. That way, you don't have 10 people trying to talk over each other, delayed, and you know what I mean. So we could feature each team for 5 minutes and just talk and let the smack talk begin.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point, really, is to smack talk. That's the entire point of the team series. Yeah, never mind the $1,000 in gift cards you're going to win. It's the smack talk. That's what it's all about.
Well, yeah. I mean, you get to puff your chest out when you. I'm going to be straight up. When you talk shit and then you produce shit, and either you're going to eat shit or you're going to be the hero, right? So that's the best part about talking smack is sometimes it comes true and you look really, really smart.
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm ready, man. I'm so ready. Oh, and officially 1 month from today is go time. Wow. Today's the 18th. 1 month. 1 month is April 18th at Chatfield. First tournament of the season.
Well, I guess I'll see some of you suckers down there this weekend.
Yeah, might see a couple people down at Chatfield this weekend. Let's see. Man, still supposed to be in the 80s this weekend, so it's going to be crazy.
Tell you what, man, this weather pattern holds, and if we stay warm and we don't, it could. Chatfield's not going to be. Let's face it. It's Chatfield. It's Colorado. They have the numbers, but April 18th is not going to be like a knockdown slugfest. It's not.
Yeah.
But if the weather warms and it stays moving, and those
if it was like this week, if it was like this week where we got a full week of 70 and 80 degrees leading up to Saturday, I mean, we could finally have a good Chatfield tournament where there's more than 10 limits. So we'll see.
Yeah. And Sharon Sharon was flipping around looking at baits the other day, and I get a knock on the door and it's Amazon delivered a package, and she's got these baits. She's like, "You're going to win with these on Chatfield." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, looks like that's going to be on the arsenal, right?" So Sharon's never did that. She's never picked anything out. So I'm going to rig up one of her baits, and she picked out a good one. So
that's information sharing from a non-competitor. I'm sorry, but you're DQ. Hey,
you promise?
You make me the TD. Them's the rules. You're DQ.
Oh shit! And I'm signed up too.
Yeah. No.
That
does not count. That does not count. So you're not going to tell us what those baits were that you got from Amazon?
I'll tell you Sunday on the 19th.
Or at 3:30 on Saturday. We're handing you that big check. All right. Well, anything else? I don't think there's any other club business. Get signed up.
Pretty smooth.
Get signed up so that I don't have to do all 50 of your go through all 50 sign up emails the day before the tournament. So
yeah, well, remember cutoffs. We're getting close, and we got a lot of new guys, so we do have cutoffs to actually join the club. Matt's the director now. I can't remember the dates, but I want to say it's Monday or Tuesday. The week before is to join the club is the cutoff, because we got to get BASS numbers to headquarters. We got to get you in the system, and then Thursday at midnight is the last day to sign up for our Saturday events. And it's just exactly for the reason why Matt just said. He likes to fish too. We all like to, and we don't want to be inundated with last minute signups on Friday night at 7:00 p.m. when we're trying to do captain's meeting and rig up too. So Thursday night is cutoff for CKB if you're ever going to join a Saturday event with us.
And I think, geez, I don't remember. I know if you don't have a Bass number, if you're not already a member of Bass, Bassmaster, and you get the magazine and all that, then it has to be the Monday before. If you already have a Bass number,
yes,
it is. But just for the sake of ease, we should probably just say the Monday before, no matter what. You got to be a club member the Monday before an event, and then sign up for that tournament is the Thursday before the event.
Yep.
So then we got Trev in the house.
What's up, Trev?
What's up, Trev? We got Hammer in the house, back stateside with us. What's up, Hammer?
Yeah, what up? Glad you're safe and home.
Oh, they kicked him out of there. They didn't want him over there. They said, this motherfucker's going to go. This guy's going to go Rambo 3 on these Iranians if we leave him over here. We got to get him out of here. So
he probably got fired from fishing one of the rivers over there.
Yeah, right.
He got caught fishing everybody's over there shooting and firing, and he's over there.
Yeah, dropping grenades out of his helicopters to see what floats up. Love All's in the house. What's up, lover boy?
What's going on?
All right, well, let's bring I was going to bring everybody in, but one of them I'm looking at a window, the other one I'm looking at a fan. Oh, nope, she's back. There she is. Okay. Everybody's back. There he is. Okay. Oh, Nick's still wearing his work shirt. Put on a fishing shirt, Nick. Get out of your freaking work shirt. We can wait a minute.
Just put a shirt on, please. That's all.
Yeah. Just put on a shirt. Yeah. All right. Well, while Nick's getting changed into proper fishing podcast attire, let's bring the other two in. We'll start with the two-time Colorado champion, her second time at Nickajack. Let me get to my media assets so I can do the cool applause noise as we bring people in. Let's bring in the champ, Ms. Leslie Ali, the Queen of Pueblo. What's up, champ?
Hey, guys.
How you
doing?
Can
you hear me? Okay, good.
Can hear you just fine.
Good. I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys
doing?
Don't
have Eric stealing your audio this time, so
he's in the living room.
Okay, all right.
Just put away. Put him away.
Yeah.
He's banished. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure we'll see him in the comments here in a minute.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's get everybody in before we start talking around. So next up, we got the traveling man himself, the Colorado road warrior, Mr. Kenny Hood. Oh, where's my applause? Kenny Hood. Here we go. The applause didn't work. Sorry. There we go. What's up, Kenny?
Hello, y'all.
Hey, Kenny.
Going on?
What's up?
Kenny's banished. Looks like Kenny's banished down to the basement.
Yeah, I'm in my unfinished fishing cave.
That's
cool.
Hey, better than I got. That's awesome.
All the rod.
Yeah, I was gonna say looks like a bunch of rod tubes up there behind you. A bunch of tackle warehouse tubes from getting deliveries. All right, he's back. He looks more like a fisherman now instead of an HVAC tech. Let's bring in the weatherman, Nicky Weatherall. And he's paused, so take yourself off pause. Oh, you took yourself off, but we can't hear you. No, still can't hear you. What'd you do? Did you leave your mic on your other shirt? He left his mic on his other shirt, I bet. He's got a clip-on mic and he left it on the other shirt. Yep.
Edit that out.
I see everybody.
I was right. I was right. He left his mic clipped to his other shirt.
That's funny.
Brickland's in the
All
house.
right, you got to edit that out.
All right, we'll edit it. Start it here. End stream and let's start over again.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CKB podcast.
Had the and everything. You guys messed me up.
Pro as hell. We are pro as hell right here.
Heck yeah.
So what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Back and settled? Glad to be back in Colorado or missing Tennessee?
Oh, missing Tennessee for sure.
Yeah.
Missing Tennessee.
Missing Tennessee. Yeah. Okay.
Not happy to see the snow the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I had to go back to work today, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, Arledge is instant messaging me about the new Chatterbait. Arledge, get on. Don't text me about Chatterbaits. Get on and watch the podcast. What are you doing?
That's funny.
Trying to get in your head. Trying to get you all nervous.
Yes. I am waiting on that new Chatterbait though. I'm curious to see what could they possibly do to change the Chatterbait.
What the Z-Man one or
Z-Man has something new. We lost Leslie. Yeah, Z-Man has something new coming out.
One, right?
No, it's actual Z-Man Chatterbait. They got something coming on Friday. Jen's in the house. What's up, Jen? Yes. Oh, there we go. Let's add her back. She's back.
Hi, Leslie.
What happened?
Oops. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Chen, I don't think has been on the water in close to 3 months, I think.
Ooh. Is he okay? Has anybody done
we might actually have a chance against him this season. We'll see.
Yeah, well, he's going to be getting married and he just bought a house. So life is happening, right?
Chen is going to be preoccupied this season, so we got a chance. I think we got a chance against Eric. Is
so he screwed up and got some
responsibilities in the Colorado traffic. Yeah, right.
Kiss my.
Well, I heard that traffic going through St. Louis wasn't much better, from what Nick was showing me.
We didn't hit traffic there.
Oh, really? No.
It's just it's horrible there, but we didn't hit traffic.
Yeah, St. Louis is a ball sack. Say it.
I heard Kenny say something about when he came home. It was, oh man, bummed to see the snow.
Yeah,
but Kenny and I were talking a little bit. I texted him good luck the day the tournament started. And he's like, bro, there is some serious fog here. He's like, I can't see 6 inches in front of my face. So his first morning at the Bassmaster Kayak Classic was welcome to fog. And that is an eerie feeling in a kayak in a strange place. And probably, correct me if I'm wrong, Kenny, I'm sure Steve-O launched you guys in the pitch black, right? It was probably dark.
Well, I think it was because we were so east at 7 a.m. It was just still dark no matter what. And you're down in the big valley, so the sunrise won't affect like it does here.
Yeah.
Well, and it was time change that day too.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wondered why you texted me. Is it foggy there, Strawbridge? Now I know. Because that morning you texted me too. And he was like, "Hey man, good luck." I was like, "Thanks, dude." Is it foggy? And I was like, "Not really. I mean, a little bit." And then as soon as the sun came up, I was like, "Oh, there it is." It moved in on me about a half an hour after.
Okay.
I was
launch.
on the main lake too, so it was the water was a lot warmer than the air temp on the main lake, at least for me.
No.
And you were on Chickamauga, Kenny?
Yes. Yeah.
Did anybody fish Nickajack? I mean, of you guys, I know people.
I was going to say the guy that Juan did.
Yeah. I know he did. I think I heard Guillermo Gonzalez say he did. So I do know of a couple of people that do, but I was wondering if
there's a lot of people.
Any of you even did any of you even practice on Nickajack?
We looked at it.
Yeah.
It looked great. It's just too much to take in, honest. For me, it was like I wanted to. Just not enough time for me.
There's only so much time you just got to pick your spot and go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or pick your spot to practice even,
Did you guys look at it? Nick and Kenny, did you go look at it?
I didn't. I wish I did.
Okay.
After finding out that they'd never lower Nickajack and it was still full of grass. That would have been nice for me because I would have ate that up like crazy, but I had no idea. So next time.
Yeah.
And I did fish it. I fished it on Sunday.
That's right.
And I noticed that the water was higher. They kept the water up much higher than they did in Chick. But I had talked to Brad at the launch, and he said that they had just dropped it about a foot. And see, I found all that grass, and I ran away from it because I'm not very good in grass. I'm not very experienced in grass. And for me, it just didn't feel good. I ended up making a pretty big mistake that I found out that later that week, or I guess earlier in the week, but a couple days later, I found out that I had put the wrong reel on the wrong rod when I put them back together. I was probably a little peaky on Friday when I started putting everything back together from the drive. But yeah, I had a really bad day on Nickajack, and I ran away from it. I was like, I'm out.
Oh.
Nope, this isn't what I'm used to. I'm going to go find something that I'm used to. And
I never heard the
fished it one day and ran away.
You've never heard the saying, find the grass, find the bass?
No, apparently not.
Yeah. I know what you mean, though. We don't get a lot of chances out here to fish grass, so I know what you mean.
Yeah, I just it wasn't feeling good to me. I was out.
Yeah.
For me, when I know there's grass, it's on.
Yeah.
And give me a swim jig or a chatterbait.
Yeah.
Just rip it through the grass. That's when you get the big bites.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I'm not great with grass either personally, but
yeah, it looked really good. It kind of had a Colorado feel to me. So it was the moving water was a little intimidating. It's like a river in the middle. You know what I mean? So
from what I saw,
it looked great.
What Nick sent, the first day he was there, when he was still practicing, he sent me a couple pictures, and it was super low at a couple of ramps he went to, like really low at a few ramps he went to. I mean, obviously he finally found something, but
yeah.
Eric's asking if it was eelgrass or hydrilla milfoil.
I was finding eelgrass on top of the water. It looked like somebody had mowed like hip high grass with a weed eater and then cascaded it all over the lake, but didn't let it clump up. They just left it in single strands everywhere. And it was just a frustrating day for me. Like, I was pretty bummed out after I left Nickajack. That was the only day I skunked. I missed 3 fish, then come to find out that I had the wrong rod for what I was throwing. I was throwing a chatterbait on like an extra heavy rod because I screwed it up. So I was like, man, I haven't lost a chatterbait fish like that, like right on the hook set. Like I haven't lost fish like that in a long time. And I did it like twice in a row, and come to find out I'm an idiot. But yeah, the grass kind of terrified me, to be honest. And I didn't fish it well. I didn't feel comfortable there. It just felt like a big ditch with grass on each side that was all underwater. And it didn't play well for me. And I was like, nope. This is definitely not my strength. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Craig is asking, I was going to get to this, but since Craig's asking it, we'll go now. But what baits did you use?
Kenny?
All of them?
My first fish was on a white and chartreuse jackhammer, 1/2 ounce, with a Yamamoto, the minnow. I forget the name of it.
Zaco?
Yeah, the Zaco. Yeah, Zaco or Zaco. With also a white and chartreuse Zaco on it. And that's what I caught all my fish on.
Nice.
Even during the tournament?
Yeah, I threw everything else, and I just didn't have any luck except on a jackhammer for some reason. I don't know what it was. And I threw just about every color jackhammer too, and the only thing I could get hit on was that white and chartreuse. I was also on I was on the main dirty water lake as well.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if you were on the main river.
Yeah, I actually launched from the Blythe Ferry public boat ramp.
Okay. So could you tell when they opened those floodgates or opened up the dam how that current was pulling, or was it there all the time no matter what?
It was there a little bit on Wednesday, but Thursday I was having trolling motor problems and I couldn't keep anchor mode. And when it would shut off, I would within a second I'm 20 feet away from where I was. That's how fast the current was moved. Plus the wind was blowing like 35, 40 miles an hour too.
Wow.
It's a little scary on the main lake on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, that's another thing we don't get to experience here in Colorado is massive current flows like that. Fish, when they're on those Tennessee river systems or any river system, when they close the dam and they don't pull water, those fish position different. They get tight to cover. They just act different. But the minute that dam is open and it creates that current, it creates eddies, it creates flow. The fish position a certain way, so sometimes it makes it easier to catch fish when a dam is open. But we don't get to experience that. But that's the cool part about going to other places is that's the stuff you can put now in your little register in your brain and go, I fished a place that had some heavy, heavy current and got it done.
Yeah, I actually fished some big barge tie-ups, like those 30-foot round barrels.
Yeah.
Well, they're not even barrels. I don't know what you call them. They're huge. They're gigantic, big current breaks. And I was just fishing both sides of two of them all day long, back and forth, back and forth.
Did you see fish on forward facing in there? Could you see the fish hanging out?
Oh yeah.
Well,
like
that's a good segue to Trev's question. What percentage would you say people fished bank versus scoping? But yeah, go ahead and finish what you saw.
I saw a lot scoping.
Yeah.
And I already know a lot of other people were scoping as well. And the fish weren't really shallow. And if they were out on the main flats. They weren't next to the bank. And when they were pulling current, I noticed that that they weren't busting on shad either when the current was strong. But when like the first day, Wednesday, they were hardly pulling anything. And I probably caught 30 fish just throwing into busting bass on shad.
Black bass or white bass? You caught black bass doing that?
Oh yeah. Largemouth and smallmouth. They just weren't. They weren't the right size.
Yeah, I hear you.
What was everybody seeing for water temperatures? Leslie, what were you seeing where you were for a water temperature?
On day one, the temperature was almost 67 degrees where I was.
Wow.
Holy
yeah.
Wow. How about you, Nick? What were you seeing?
I didn't have temps that high. I was seeing them it was like 59 in the morning when I for day one. It was like 59, 58 in the morning, and then it warmed to like 63, 64. And then day two, it started out at like 57 because we got a really bad rain in between day one and day two. They were actually talking about it on the Classic all the time, that weather that came in. That hit right in the center of our tournament. And I saw it warmed to like 62 at the end of the day. So I had a couple degrees different where I was, and I launched in both. I launched the same spot both days. I was in Clearwater. And to answer Trev's question, I scoped a little bit. I could not get fish to go on scope, no matter what I threw. You could tell they would kind of come up and just immediately go away. or they would come up and just enough. You could just tease them enough. But again, they weren't big bites either. I was fishing right up against the bank. And I was getting my bites about 6 feet off the bank on day 1. And then on day 2, that bite completely shut down.
Wow. How about you, Kenny? What temps were you seeing where you were on the main river?
Day 1 started at 48. Sorry. It's 54 day 1, and it went up to like just under 60. Sometimes it teetered into 60, but then day 2, it started at 48 and it only got up to 56 on the main lake.
Oh, wow. So right there, folks that are watching, there's the difference. I mean, Leslie was in 67, Kenny's in 48, and it's the same place. Like, it's the same system.
And it rained pretty hard all the way up till about 8 o'clock in the morning, from Wednesday night to Thursday morning.
So that rain
cooled
it. That rain cooled the water. Then is what it sounds like to me.
The rain was a lot colder than the water temp.
Yeah. So the area when I started, it was about 64, and then at the end of the day, it was about 67. But I was fishing really dirty, shallow water the first day. The second day, it was like low 60s.
What kind of visibility do you have, Leslie?
In the water,
am I allowed to show where you were fishing?
Oh yeah.
You don't care now,
Go
right?
for it.
Okay. Because Eric did send me. I was curious, and Eric did.
I know.
Send me. Let's see.
That's okay.
So I think that's Big Hoe Bridge right there. Correct.
Fat Hoe Bridge.
Fat Hoe Bridge.
Fat Hoe Bridge.
Yeah. So you had all these docks around, and I mean.
Yeah, it's kind of it goes so Harrison Bay. You can launch at Harrison Bay and take. I think it's called Wolftever or something like that. Anyway, that branch you can go all the way back through all the docks and all that, and then to Fat Hope.
You're a ways away from the main lake. You're way back there from the main lake.
Yeah. So you let's see. So Fat Hope Bridge was like the end of that part.
It's right
here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you were back.
Look at the color of the water. Even on Google Earth, you can see the color difference over there. But here's something to point out. While these guys were telling me all about their temperatures, and then Kenny talked about the rain and it cooled it off. In Colorado here, a lot of times we have that opposite effect where the rain will warm our waters because our water coming in is mountain runoff, which is snow melt, which is 38 degrees, 40 degrees. So when it rains here, it potentially could warm up our bodies of water. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the front too, depending on the rain, is it a cold rain or a warm rain? But once again, it just goes to show how versatile you have to be when you live in Colorado, how opposite ends of the spectrum fishing can be out here. We have deep, clear water. It warms up when it rains. You go south, you go east, it's the opposite effect, right? So just Colorado fishing is tricky. It really, and you get used to fishing Colorado, and then you try to go someplace else and you apply what you've learned in Colorado someplace else, and you don't have the success. You're like, what am I missing? It's just those little things like that make the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Hammer's asking if the fish liked a specific color and if Straws could put that color on his LEDs.
White. You got to make them white lights.
Please say morning dawn, so he has to put on pink.
It was more white and chartreuse for me. So
yeah.
I got bit on a plethora of colors. I did get bit on morning dawn. I junk fished a lot especially on day 2. Day 2 was rough, but I found for my area natural colors were better. And then the only bite I got on a chatterbait was a white chatterbait. And that was very last minute day 2. In fact, I called Flanagan and Collins afterwards, freaking screaming my head off. It was fucking wild. I wish I had my camera on my kayak that day.
Did you tell them about that you got number 5 with seconds to spare? I assume you had to talk.
No, you guys are the only ones that really know that. I told them that in the chat, like, yeah, I got one right at the end, but
well, we talked about it when I saw you at the expo, but
at the expo, yeah,
like a brief moment.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it was like.
Nope. It just fell. Yeah. Straw's got the orange for the spring. Straw's got the lava craw.
Yeah,
there you go. Spring. Yeah.
It shows up different on camera than it does. Like, this is going to be the red. Let's see if we got any red.
Yeah, it looks orange.
Yeah, it looks orange.
That's closer to lava craw. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what we need. I think that's the spring color right here, folks. Is the best spring color you could probably go with.
Yeah, we got a plaque.
What is that?
Cool.
What do we got?
I didn't get one of those. I didn't get one of those when I went, man. I want one of those of 10 killer.
Hey, full screen if you can, Flanagan.
Oh yeah, can I do that?
I don't know.
There you go. They're really cool.
Yep.
The two lakes.
That's freaking awesome. That is so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's freaking badass. Oh, we got our Arizona guy in the house, Andrew Martin. Andrew finished 53rd, looks like.
He had a really good couple days too.
He had a really good day one, I think. He had an even better day two. He had a better day two. He was top 10. He said his were up shallow in the creek. He was on check. Even pulled off the bed. Nice. Right on. Well, thanks for joining in, Andrew. 53rd.
Oh, that's Andrew Martin. I'm sorry, it was Mark Kyle from Arizona.
Oh, yeah. No, he was Mark Kyle.
13th. He did great.
Yeah. He was leading not leading. He was in third after day one, I think.
Second or third, yeah.
Actually, no, he did better than 13th. I was looking at day two. He got 13th on day two.
Yeah.
He ended up. Sorry, I'm looking it up. He ended up in third.
Yeah. Yep. Mark Kyle, third. Yep.
Yeah, he had a great day. He was a nice dude too.
I just watched Milstead's practice video. He just put out his practice video today. I watched that today. It was pretty good.
I started watching that earlier too.
Yeah, I've just seen him do that sort of podcast talking. I've never seen him do actual fishing content. So that was kind of cool. It was pretty good stuff. So Andrew was fishing the crankbait. Oh, he's saying Mark fished Nickajack. Mark Kyle.
Yep.
Third place finisher.
Wow.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I just saw Arizona and was like, oh yeah, that guy did really good.
Yeah.
My bad, Andrew. I gave you more props.
Yeah.
But the winner, Nick Dyer, he was on Nickajack. He fished at a Nick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm under a rock because for some reason, me searching internet, like now to the point where I don't even know what's true and what's not true on the internet no more with this AI crap. Like, I don't even know what Nick was using. I don't even know what the top three were using. I have zero information about what went down at that Bassmaster Classic. I don't.
Well, if we could have watched the, no, they did the live stream they did talking to the top 10 went well. The one they did in the morning. But then when they went to the Bassmaster stage, I couldn't find it. When they did the actual top
they
three,
didn't. All they did was just said number like 10th place. This guy, yay! They didn't even really talk to him at all.
Right.
Wow.
The one that they did at the expo though, I was at that one. And yeah, he said he fished Nick. I don't remember what he said he was using. Probably chatterbait of some sort, something like that. I believe he's from Alabama. He's kind of from that area, so that sets up kind of what he was into.
I thought he was also fishing a crankbait too. I want to say I could be.
Well, it'd be tough to fish a crankbait out there, depending on where he was. At least I didn't find any spot where I'd want to do it. Sam Elliott threw a rock crawler and some other stuff.
Yeah,
he does look like Sam Elliott though. Yeah. Shout out to that guy.
Yep. Eric is again commenting on the LEDs. The LEDs are a hit, man. I might have to pick some up for myself. Andrew saying most were fishing chatterbait and sight fishing. Okay. Did you guys get to do any sight fishing at all? No?
I didn't see any. course, I was on that main river anyway, so it was too cold.
Yeah.
It was too muddy where I was.
Yeah.
It was too deep where I was.
Yeah.
Question for Kenny: did barges go by, and how big is the wake that those barges throw? Is it just like a big giant roller, or is it one of those cascading waves that's going to flop a kayak over?
So I actually didn't see a single barge the whole time I was on the water, and I spent 4 days on the same area.
Wow.
Now I will tell you though, I've been on Kentucky Lake when a barge or 2 or 3 come by, and they do create about a 10-foot roller.
Man.
Yeah. And if you're in the shallow, like if you're in the shallow area, on the main, close to the main lake or the main river channel, when that barge comes by, you're hating life. You think you're on Chatfield with a bunch of wake boaters.
Yeah.
Except that water's coming over your head.
Oh my gosh.
I got
wow.
Twice.
Yeah.
My first tournament ever on Kentucky Lake.
This is why I asked, because I see it a lot up at lacrosse when guys are doing lacrosse tournaments and they're on the main river and you see the barge go by and I'm like, man, a 21-foot bass boat looks like a tiny little toy. And I'm like, somebody get out there with a kayak, gets next to one of those barges when they come through. You better beat feet into a cove if you see that thing coming down the channel.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Especially if it's skinny.
No thanks.
Yeah, because you're gonna get swamped.
Yeah. So Leslie, since you were the only one that'd been there before, was it did you fish a completely different section? Like I don't know where, we just showed where you fished this time. I have no idea where you fished the first time, but did it seem different? Was it real? Was it what you remembered, or was it just a whole new lake to you?
No, I mean the parts that I was able to see, it's so big, like you just have to pick a section. But the first day that I pre-fished, we went to it's like the Chickamauga Day area. There's like a marina and boats and stuff like by the dam. And I did get some fish there by the dam. It was the rock, the rock, how you fish the rock or whatever. And then I think the second day we went and launched at Skull Island, which is kind of the area I fished the last time. It was kind of the same. I don't remember who was saying it early on, but you see them, but you can't get them to react kind of thing going on. And so I think made a last minute decision to go up through and check that, the shallow area or whatever. And that was the day before the tournament started. And I hooked into the biggest bass I've ever hooked into in my life. And what it was is Fat Hoe Bridge. There's like a deeper area where the water runs through. So like the transition area that kind of comes up along the rock area. And I threw it in the shallow area and I wasn't expecting anything. I was kind of tired by that point. I had a little tiny swim jig with a twister tail on it.
Oh yeah,
white.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Little grub. Yep.
Yeah, and so by the time I was reeling it in, it just jumped. I was just like, I'm coming here tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like this is where I have to come.
You gotta.
Yeah, because the average fish that I caught at the dam, in my head, I was thinking, I want to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still feel good about the decision, even though I didn't put any on there. You know what I mean? But that's kind of how it worked out.
There's Skull Island. That looks pretty good too. But
yeah, it has some kind of cuts that go kind of back in there.
Yeah.
Huh. Colorado doesn't have cool names like Skull Island.
I know,
we don't get
right?
Cool names like that.
Or Suck Point, where Eric was hanging out.
We got freaking Granola Point over there at freaking. Sorry, I won't say that. Lord, I apologize.
What were you saying, Leslie? We actually did go to Suck Point. Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, it was Nickajack area. There was like Point Street or something. Didn't we go? Yeah. Well, yeah. What did he say? Yeah, dude. We're out
here at Queef Cove at Horsetooth. Yeah.
Oh yes.
That's my spot. That's my spot. I don't want to see you in there on the 9th. I don't want to see you in Queef Cove on May 9th.
Yeah, that place stinks.
Great. Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, what about you other two? You weren't there, but how did it stack up compared to your map study? Was it what you're expecting? Did you find anything on the map in your map study that actually paid off as far as like specific spots, not necessarily a whole big cove, but was there like one certain, because I love when that happens, when you find somewhere, an actual spot on the map, you mark it and then you go there and you catch a fish. Do you guys have anything like that? How did the map study compare to the real thing for you? Start with Kenny.
All my map study was dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I took that into consideration, but I didn't think the areas that I wanted to fish would be so low that they were dry. And honestly, if I was a boat slip owner paying boat slip fees for a full year, damn it, you better have some water underneath my dock. Yeah, it was bad. The whole area I studied and wanted to fish was loaded with docks, more than you could even count, probably, looking at the map.
Yeah.
And
but they weren't in water.
They were all dry.
Yeah. Was that up on the north end of the lake, or was it just out to the out far away from the main lake?
About middle lake. Because if you watched any of the Bassmasters that were at Chickamauga, I think Tico Otto, he fished in the far back waters up north from the power plant.
Are you talking about Taco E2?
Or yeah, Taco E2. Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah. The Sequoia nuclear plant?
It's by Skull Island as well, I'm pretty sure. Are you talking about those two big like stacks that stick up?
Yeah, there's
It looks
so
like you
go north on the map.
There's the stacks right there. Yeah.
Go
right north of that is Soddy Creek, which I think is where Nick was.
Creek, go all the way to the left, all the way to where that road is. That is dry.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
All of that is 100% dry.
No kidding. Right. Wow.
Well, I'm glad I didn't go over there.
Yeah.
I was going to drive. Yeah, we were staying on the other side, kind of where I fished. So to drive over there is like 45 minutes to just drive. There. So
Nick, didn't you fish Soddy Creek, or was it a different creek you fit? I could have swore you fished Soddy Creek.
I did. I fished out of Soddy Creek. And that area that he's talking about up there by the bridge, it's pretty slim up there. To get over to that bridge, I tried to get to that bridge in one day in practice, and you can't make it. It goes down to like 2 feet. However, I don't know if I should say his name. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over.
Ewing Minor caught a 23 over there on the end of day one.
No kidding.
In that shallow water?
Back in that area somewhere. I don't
all the
know
way
exactly
back here, or are you talking about this bridge?
No, way back there.
Yeah.
And
that was dry though, right? Like, Kenny was just saying that was dry.
It wasn't all the way dry. I mean, most of it was out of the water.
Okay.
If you saw it, you'd be like, "Oh, snap!" I might even have a picture of it. If I can, I'll send it to Flanagan. If
right
I find
where your mouth is, or go down south where that green. Yeah, right there. There's a launch right there. That's where I launched.
Yep. Yeah. That's where I launched both days.
Oh, okay. I launched there during practice.
Yeah, wow. I mean, you can tell even from the map, it's skinny. You can see the
Yeah, to
You
the
can
left
see
of
it's
that,
skinny.
it's really skinny. But on the other side of that bridge, it's dry.
Huh.
And I'm looking at the Google Map image, just the current one.
Yeah.
There's more water in it right now than there was when I was there.
Yeah.
For sure. When we were there.
See, and when I heard Kenny say that bay was fairly dry, and Nick saying that, to me, from a map standpoint, that's probably a bigger bay than what I'm seeing, in real life. But I'm sure that bay plays into a spawning ritual for a lot of those fish. And if that bay is dry and they're not moving in there, that's going to cluster those fish on that channel swing to the east of where Kenny launched. I'm sure the way that cuts out, it looks like there's a channel swing over there. Those fish could have been stacked up, wanting to get back in that spawning cove or flats back there, and they just never got back there. They could have been piled.
Yeah,
And that's
and
why Ewing got what he got.
I went all the way out to the bridge. If you scroll down past those, like even that big marina there, there's a bridge, and I went all the way down there and then turned around. And I didn't fish very well through there, so I went to a different spot.
Yeah. Man, it looks juicy. Rick's saying he had a buddy catch him shallow on a speed worm. I've never fished a speed worm. I should try that one of these days.
That sounds like phooey. I'm just kidding, Bricklin. No, I mean, I threw a speed worm looking kind of thing. I can't remember the name of it. But it's basically, it looks like a 6-inch swim bait, but it's got like a curly tail on the end of it. 6 cents makes it.
Yeah.
And I threw that thing quite a bit, and there was not much back there for that type of thing.
Yeah, I threw a wacky and a Nico back on the docks and stuff, and I didn't really get anything.
I finally got 0 bites on a wacky rig. I didn't get 1 bite on a wacky rig.
I didn't either.
Really?
Believe it.
Or a
That's
Nico.
crazy. No kidding.
That's because you left the grass, Nick. What the hell?
Dude, so for me, I felt very, very undergunned going in there. Not with gear. I solved that problem in the last couple years. I don't feel undergunned with gear. Like if it's something that I've wanted or thought that I needed, I just bought it. I'm lucky enough to be able to do some of that. I felt super undergunned knowledge-wise. That was a lot of lake, and I'm fairly new to fishing, and I'm really, really new to the whole like travel the nation fishing thing. Yeah. So
that was your first out of state. I mean, not other than our out of states. That was your first national tournament, right?
No, I did Havasu.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I knew that.
But even at Havasu, I mean, Havasu sets up like Colorado for the most part. It's a little bit different when you get in the Tules and you get in the river. I've never really fished a river. In fact, I went on my pre-fish. I went all the way to Watts Bar. I went all the way to the top, and I found that the highest launch that they had. It was the picture that I sent you and Collins Flanagan of that power plant.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, cool, I'm gonna go look at that. And I went all the way up. It's on Walton Shoals. There is all the way up there.
Yep,
I wanted that creek. Shoals. I wanted that creek arm to the right. I wanted to go up that. If I was going there, I wanted to check out. There's a creek arm down a little south. I don't know if that's what you were thinking.
The Watts Bar Dam and boat ramp is where I started to look at.
Is this what you're talking about, Straws?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably could have been dry or like a half a foot of water.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the water up there was ripping so bad on what day was that? That would have been Saturday.
Is this where you saw Bailey? Because I saw Bailey posted a picture that had the nuclear silos in the background too. But I know there's one.
No, I saw Bailey the next day at Nickajack.
Oh, okay.
But I I went to launch there, and it's a long way away.
Yeah, it is. Jeez.
I burnt 2 tanks of gas in pre-fish.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got an oil change on my car before I left. and I got an alert on it when I got home saying that I had 300 and some miles left and need another oil change.
Same for me.
Yeah, I had 5,000 miles on my car when I left, and I've got almost 10,000 on it right now.
Eric saying Bailey was by
just
Skull Island. Okay.
But yeah, for me, I went all the way up to Watts Bar, and I just looked at the water and went, nope, I know how that's going to play out. It was so rough, and they were pulling so much current, and there was a lot of wind that day, and it was just white caps everywhere from like every angle. I was like, and there was already kayaks in the water. So I know somebody did it, but I was like, oh, I know how that's going to end for me. I think I'm going to go to the next launch. And then I went to 9 launches that day, and 7 of them were dry.
Yeah, you sent Hammer and I a few pictures of, I think like the first 3 ramps you went to were dry.
Yep. Not even enough to where it was, if I did get my kayak in there, you probably didn't have much to fish anyway. And it would have been a absolute mud fest getting down in there.
Yeah.
So I finally found some water on Saturday. I can't even remember where it was. I was looking at it. I know it was off of 30 where the bridge goes over, but I can't exactly remember. I was trying to look at it. I caught 1 fish in there. Didn't get a real good warm and fuzzy. There was a lot of fish in there. And then I went to Nickajack for a day. Definitely didn't figure out what they figured out there. And then I launched Sunday. Oh, that was Nickajack. Monday I went to, it was like Holly Park where I ended up fishing the tournament. And then Tuesday, the day before the tournament, I went to Sail Creek, which my Verbo was, I was 4 minutes from a launch at Sail Creek. From my Verbo. So the problem was that launch, I ended up making it back there just the long way in my kayak. It was like 3 miles back in the river. And what I found at Holly Park, I was doing the same thing at Sail Creek, and it was still working. So I knew that pattern was something that fish were biting on. So that's why I went with that. And I had angrier fish at Holly Park. They were just small.
Yeah.
They just weren't very big. So
Eric's saying, you remember Steve Kennedy losing a giant smallie in a tail race current? I don't remember that.
It was when he was at the release of the dam.
Yeah. That was Pickwick, wasn't it?
The fish got hung up like twice, and then he was trying to move his boat, and it was pretty sketch. I couldn't imagine doing that in a kayak. No way.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I do have a Hobie, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Well, you remember, when we had our first episode with these guys on, I said, I made a comment that leaving town is just different, and I think I asked Kenny Hood about it. Like, there's just something different. And Nick saying that he felt undergunned, not with equipment, but with knowledge. It is big time overwhelming when you go to a place you don't know, and it is so massive. But if you also go back to our little text that I created early in the beginning, Nick and Leslie, I had said to you guys, I said, don't try to break that whole place down. Don't jump all over. Find an area that has everything you need for pre-spawn, spawn, and post-spawn, whether that's channel swings, shallows, flats, and break down an area, because there's fish all over that body of water. Obviously, there's spaces and places that hold good fish, but you can get so overwhelmed going to a place you've never been, and it's just, you almost spin yourself out before it starts. It's tough. It's just different.
Trev is asking, sorry, were you going to say something, Leslie?
Oh, I was going to say, would you guys agree that like doing something like that again, you would have to just have like double the amount of time?
If I can speak to this. When I won the Hobie Bass Open Series satellite event down at Pueblo, and they sent me to the TOC at Lake Ouachita, I took 14 days and stayed in one of their cabins right on the lake with Sharon. And I
Yeah.
hit every part of Lake Ouachita and I overwhelmed myself. Looking back now, I should have hit an area that fished my strengths and I should have stuck with it. But there was also a part of me that's like, man, I don't know if I'm ever going to get back to Lake Ouachita. I want to see this whole damn thing. And I launched everywhere and I couldn't really knock down a solid pattern at any one spot because I jumped all over. But I could say, knowing now what I didn't know back then, if I do any more national tournaments, I'm going to turn that lake upside down and forget about 95% of the lake. And I'm going to concentrate on an area that fits my style of fishing. And I'm going to go down either swinging, gut fishing my way that I'm comfortable, or I'm going to win or lose the whole damn thing. So it's
That's
too
why
much
I
to break down in a kayak. You can't even do it in a bass boat.
2 days for practice. That's why I've just learned that if I go more than that, I spin out before I even start.
Yeah.
You don't know where to start.
Right.
Yeah. You
Well,
got too many places you want to start. Say, oh, well, that place was kind of cool, but so was that place. Maybe that place. And it's like you got to just narrow it down.
Ewing Minor launched with me both days in the AM, and he even said the second day that he hit like 5 different boat ramps on the first day.
He hit 4 on the first day. He told me that was the 4th one because he ended with me. I didn't know who he was. I was like, hey, man, how's it going? What's your name? He's like, Ewing. I'm like, oh, I just met this dude named Ewing. He's cool. And Flanagan's like, that's Ewing Minor, dummy. Like, I didn't know who it was. He was just a nice kid that was fishing. He was doing really well. I was like, that's awesome, man. I don't know. The spin out thing is pretty real too. After Nickajack, I was pretty bummed. I told the story in our pre-registration. I was bummed after Nickajack. I was like, man, you are screwing this up. You're a dummy. You better stop it. I met this dude at the ramp. Oddly enough, he's from Colorado. He was like, hey, man, how's the drive from Colorado? I was like, man, it was long, dude. And he was like, yeah. He was like, I'm from Colorado. And I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I've been watching you guys. Like, get ready for this.
Oh, like, Walt. Yeah, Walt McCree.
Yeah. Yeah, you bet. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I saw your guys' podcast and Little Colorado Native, which I didn't know who he was talking about. But that's Leslie, by the way. So go follow Leslie on Instagram, Little Colorado Native. But he was like, yeah, I was kind of watching, and him and I just started bull crapping, sitting in our kayaks. Honestly, I didn't want to leave the ramp because I was in a brand new body of water and it was dark. And I was just seeing the stumps already under the water. And so I was just going to wait until it was a little more light out so I didn't smoke a stump on my trolling motor. And him and I just ended up bullcrapping. He's from Ellicott. He knows some of the same people I know out in Ellicott. And I was on a slight spin out, like Kenny was saying, like I couldn't get it dialed. I didn't feel comfortable. And dude, I had such a fun conversation with him. I even told him, I was like, dude, you don't know what you just did for me, but thank you, man. And man, I was all smiles from then on, and I had a great tournament from then on. But you know, the stuff that Jimmy was talking about, and all the people that reached out, the big overwhelming thing was, and I probably shouldn't say this because I want all of you to spin out at tournaments. And Eric said it too. During the pre-party registration thing, he goes, I don't know what it is, but whatever you found it, go fish it, check your hooks. Like that was Eric's advice. And then everybody else's also was fish your strengths, whatever you found, go for it. Like, and I had a really good plan. I didn't execute it well. My plan was to catch 5 and go hunting. The problem day 1, I caught 5 and I started hunting in that area, and then I kept upgrading little by little. So it kind of trapped me into the small fish trap, and I just never got that bigger bite. Was the bigger bite there? Obviously. Ewing came in there and smoked almost 24 right in my face. So, and he did it in like 15 minutes. I did see him at the Hobie booth during the expo. Not that I was like invited to the Hobie booth. I was just walking by. And like I ended up seeing him. He was like, oh, hey, man, what's up? I was like, I just got to ask, man, what were you doing out there? He was like, 9-inch glide, and you had one chance. If the fish came up on it and you screwed it up, it was done. And I was like, well, yeah, I definitely didn't try that. Good on you, dude. High five and bounced. But
so he was fishing deeper. He was fishing a little deeper than you, Nick. Is that what he was out? A little deeper water with that glide?
So
I don't know. I don't know if apparently I got Ewing Minor explained to me as, oh, yeah, he's a savage. Think Josh Gardner on PEDs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, okay. I can't even think like Josh Gardner. So if he's on the like Josh Gardner brain level, he's beyond me. So
you know what's funny is I forget if it was practice day before or day one, but I was no, it was day one because I was texting a little bit with Eric the morning of day one, and he said something about the boat guys were killing them on big swim baits and glides, but of course I couldn't tell you that, because then I'm giving you electronic information. So I had to keep that to myself. Right. I'm like, oh, I wish I could say something, but Eric called that morning. He said that big glides were playing for sure. So sorry.
Well, I threw some big stuff around, and they didn't want whatever big stuff I was throwing. I threw a big minnow for a while. I did catch one on a mag draft, but.
So Trev had a question that Trev was asking, how big did the smallmouth play? And I was going to say, from what I saw, not a lot. But then I just went, let me share again here. I was just looking at pictures.
The winner won on smallmouth.
He won on his first one. His biggest one was largemouth, but the rest of his were all
smallmouth.
Smallies. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all smallies. Wow. Number 2 was he was all largemouth, but
yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I mean, smallies definitely. Let's see what Ewing was catching since we're talking about.
You want to see what Ewing was catching? Go to his biggest fish on day one.
What did I do? Exactly. Did I just freaking? Oh, geez.
Come on, Straws, get it together over there on that computer.
He just wanted to show us his.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you my cool screensaver of myself like a douche.
and this is with a guy who knows what he's doing with computers. Can you imagine me running this podcast?
I don't know what I did. I somehow closed it trying to get back to. Sorry, technical difficulties. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, we're back. Yeah, I was trying to see what Ewing caught since we were talking
day one
about him.
Yeah, that one right there. That 23.25. He caught that in Holly Park, allegedly.
Jesus, look at that friggin' thing. Good night.
My God.
I was definitely catching all the males in there.
Yeah.
And you were totally right, Jim. You were talking about that channel swing bank. That's exactly what it did. It had 2 big channel swing banks in there. And they were like bluff walls of channel swing bank. They were on big rock. And I was catching them on a buzzbait.
Wow.
Chen had a good question too. Oh, sorry, I was
and I didn't
distracted. I just heard buzzbait. That's right. Yeah, Nick sent me a couple of buzzbait pictures during practice. I was like, "You son of a bitch! You're buzzbait fishing already?" I was so jealous.
My favorite.
Jen wants to know, what would you guys do differently given another chance? Which you're not going to get because I'm
fish Nickajack where the grass was.
Yeah,
it would have been the same time of year, but moving forward, it'll be in October now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. We don't know where.
Leslie?
We still don't know where. Steve Owens, are you out there listening? Where are we going in October?
I thought he was going to announce it at awards, but he didn't.
I did too. I assumed we would have found out last week.
I definitely would have at least got on Nickajack and tried to fish it a little bit instead of just look. I hate to say this, but I said this the last time as well. I just felt like I didn't have enough time,
Yeah.
It just with the time change and then the spring forward and it just felt like you're running from here to here to
And we're in kayaks. You
did,
can't. You can only see so much of the lake in a kayak.
Right
yeah,
now.
and it's not like I went to a ton of places either. It's just so much. There's just so much. But yeah, definitely. I just really feel like, I know it might sound crazy because I came in almost last, but I still would fish that same area. I feel like they're there. You know what I mean?
I looked at it on the map. It looks juicy as hell. I would, yeah.
And the funny part is I met Christine Fisher, and I was looking at some of the pictures. They were fishing as well, and the water she was fishing was chocolate milk as well.
Yeah.
So it just, you know, you have that feeling. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't happen. But I think I would definitely fish Nickajack, because we drove so far. Why didn't you get on there and fish? You know?
Yeah.
But, and then also the dam that I caught the fish at, I would have, I was a little scared to fish around where they let the water in and out. I think I should have fished that a little bit more and broke that down a little bit more. But the wind, day 2, I wouldn't have been able to fish there anyway.
Yeah.
It was way too windy. So you just kind of have to look at it all and do your best. I mean, you guys did really well. So
I get the tin cup reference, Eric.
what do you say? What is he saying?
He said tin cup, baby. It's a reference to the movie Tin Cup, where he just keeps trying to get the hole in one. No, not a hole in one. He keeps trying to hole out from a.
He was trying to get out. He was trying to get on the green in 2.
Yes,
and he
that's
did
what
not.
It was. And then he ended up holding out. Yeah, that's right.
After he shot like a 14.
Yes, exactly.
What would you do different?
What would you do different?
Oh yeah, Nick. Yeah.
Me, I would probably attack the same spot as I found, but I would move. I didn't move enough, and I moved a lot, and I didn't move enough. I should have got that limit, and instead of getting played by slightly bigger fish that are wanting to play, but I had a whole big area that I hadn't touched at all in practice that set up exactly the same. And I was really, and it was closer to the main lake. So I was really thinking that they were staged up on that and all of them were going to be there, and they weren't at all. And when I realized that, I realized it at probably 11 because I had a limit fairly quick on day 1. And what I should have done is I should have raced back to the ramp. I should have thrown all my crap on the trailer, and I should have went over to my secondary spot that I did catch a bigger fish. And I should have just smashed all that. But all the people that fished that area, most of them were below me after day 1. And a lot of them skunked on day 2. So, or maybe not skunked, but didn't fill limits. So it was just one of those where when the weather changed, I didn't change enough. It didn't help that like my second cast with a buzzbait, I had a fish pull it down. And so there went an hour and a half of, don't worry, they're just going to bite. Don't worry that, now I'm on my juice, and you get all the way through the juice and you're like, oh no. Like that one little bluegill or whatever that grabbed my buzzbait skirt and drug it down screwed me. And then it became a junk fishing super fest. Day 2 was, at least for me, was considerably harder than day 1. I did not get my limit until I had my alarm going off for 1 minute.
Yeah.
And that fish, that poor fish, that little bastard went for it. Like, he's probably telling his buddies like I am now, like, man, you won't believe it. This thing went in my face. And all of a sudden I was like, I was reeling that reel so fast, and I felt just a little bit of drag, and I just stuck my finger in the drag while I was reeling it as fast as I could. And he made it to about 6 feet of the boat, and he got boat flipped into my chest. My rod, I didn't even know if it went into the. I pulled the bait out and threw it down and stepped on it because I was convinced my rod was in the water. And then I threw that fish on the board, and I already had my phone out and was going click, 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 like the second he hit the board. And iPhones do a pretty poor job of telling you exactly when the photo was taken. It didn't give me the seconds. But it was kind of nerve-wracking uploading that fish because it got submitted, then it got accepted, and I was like, wait, does that mean I'm good?
And then I made you think you weren't, because
right
I said no. He told me the whole thing. He's like, it was 3:30, and I was like, well, are the rules 2:29 and 59 seconds or 3:30 and 59 seconds? He was like, I don't know, I'm not sure. And
3:30.
It says accepted.
0.
Yeah, he says it says accepted, and then I was like, well, that just means Tourney X accepted it. It doesn't mean the judge accepted it, but it turns out I was wrong. Submitted means Tourney X got it. Accepted means yes, the judge looked at it. So yeah, he was good, and I made him more nervous than I had to.
It would have been a very boring day of watching fishing had I had my camera, except for that right there. That would have been like there was stuff flying everywhere. There was no worry about that rod. Like I thought it did not go in the water. It was only halfway in the water, but a lot was happening right there in that last minute. So
well, let's talk about the experience as a whole, not just the fishing. Like well, Leslie, you and Eric, I'm surprised you guys didn't go to the expo. I would have figured you guys would have had a lot of fishing people to see, a lot of industry people that y'all know. You just had to get home.
Well, I mean, financially for two of us to leave for that long, it's a lot for our family. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
And on top of that, like we go to the shows in like Florida and stuff, and then I'm pretty sure by next year Eric's probably gonna have to do them every year just to have to be there. And so we were just kind of like, let's get home and have one day to at least relax before we get back to work, doing everything. So we just kind of had to. We probably could have came home Sunday, but I'm literally so exhausted right now. I'm so glad I had that one day. Oh gosh. Yeah. But that's really it. That's a lot to go do that and take that time off and everything. And the gas, oh my God, it went from $2.50 to $8, but $3.80 by the time we got back. Like,
that's crazy.
What the hell? But that's why though, honestly.
Hammer's asking.
What's that?
Hammer's asking favorite part of the trip: the expo, dinner, being out of Colorado. What was your favorite part?
Being out of Colorado.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yep. June 13th can't come soon enough. Cedar Bluff.
Right.
For me, it was just being able to fish every day.
Yeah.
That was the favorite part for me. Was I woke up, I had nothing to do but go fish. I would go fish. I would come home. I would make my little dinner or whatever in my Verbo. I would re-rig up. Around 10:30, I would get done doing all that, and I would jump in bed. I would wake up at 4 and do it all over again. That was honestly the grind for me was the funnest part. But I'm a weirdo. I like that. Like it's gonna suck right now, so it can be fun later. Type guy. Like in the moment, I was like, dude, I'm exhausted. I'm out of time. I felt like you, Leslie. Like I get off the water, I get home, I get something shoved in my face to eat, and by the time I get rigged up and packed for the next day, it's almost 11 and it's time to go to bed. But I think the 20-hour drive, 2 hours of time change, then spring forward, so that gives you 3 in the first like day or two. That was pretty rowdy. That was was something.
Yeah.
What about you, Leslie? Favorite part?
Oh, ham. That's right. This is funny, you guys. I don't know if you know this, but I'm very literal. I'm very black and white. It's just how I am, and I don't get like sarcasm very well and stuff.
It's called autism, Leslie.
Oh yeah. So I do. My son has that, so he probably got it from me.
My wife has it. Yes, I know. 100%. So I'm well aware.
Okay, so we're getting. I'm coming in off the flat or whatever, and there's this gentleman. He lives in the area or whatever, and right where I'm kind of fishing the tournament, he casts out 5 catfish rods and sets his truck up there. I'm like, okay,
Hammer?
that's okay.
Yeah.
So him and Eric are like chumming it up, having a good old time. Well, I'm getting off the water, and I'm tired. I'm, exhausted. Didn't figure anything out or whatever. And he says, he said, "What's your nationality?" And Eric's like, he wants to know, what your ethnicity is or whatever. And I kind of paddled in and I looked at him and I said, "I'm pretty sure I'm mostly British." And Eric looked really confused, and the guy looked really confused. He goes, "Oh, I thought you were like native or something." And we just all started laughing. But his name's Ham, ham like you eat on
Ham.
Easter.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was the coolest guy. He messaged both of us, and he was like, "It was so nice to meet you and your husband. God is good, and follow your heart, and all this stuff." And it was just like this random guy catfishing in my spot, and that was really neat.
That's cool.
Pretty.
That's awesome.
But I told him I was British. I'm not.
Sounds like the Tennessee catfishers are more friendly than the Kansas catfishers.
Everybody there was friendly. Everybody.
I've heard that about Tennessee.
Was friendly. It was That wasn't my favorite moment, but my favorite moment was the last day we were there. Eric got to launch. I think it was in Harrison Bay, and I shore fished and was catching little bass left and right. And he was out there, and the water was calm. I took a picture of it and posted it. The sunset was going down, and it just felt good. He was able to be out there, and it was just calm. We were calm. So that was my favorite.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Meth Cove, baby.
Eric said you told her from the Spanish part of England. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Poor him. He was so confused.
So what about Nick and Kenny? What was the expo like? How'd you like that whole experience?
I thought
Go for it, Kenny.
Awesome. There was tons of pro anglers there.
Yeah.
I had quite a moment with Fletcher Shryock. Actually, he walked past me, and I like flashed in my head like, wait a minute, that was Fletcher, and I turned around and looked, and then he turned around and looked at me, and then we had a talk, because it was like we just noticed each other, and I met him once before at Bass Pro Shops at Table Rock. So we just chatted for about like 5 minutes, but the expo to me was awesome.
Trocar guy. So Fletcher's good in our book. Yep.
He's really nice. Yep. He's a really nice man. He's not people look bigger on TV.
Yeah.
He's not a big man.
Yeah, he's pretty short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's weird. I wouldn't picture him being short. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
But I got to talk to a lot of people also in a couple of booths, and I got some Hobie information that I'm not going to give out. But
come on!
Why not?
No, can't.
I'll give that.
Text me later. Text me later. Let me know.
I absolutely promised, and so I'm not going to squeak that out. But I'm just.
Who did you talk? Did you talk to Mark, Kenny?
No.
Okay. Because I talked to that guy Mark there, and I wasn't impressed.
I hate to say who I talked to about the Hobies to begin with, but we'll just say they're gonna make a comeback, I bet.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And,
well,
Andrew,
I sent a picture of the Hobie booth outside.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
It should have been out there.
Yeah,
it should have been in the parking lot.
From a different booth inside.
It wasn't even a booth. It was a sunshade with two kayaks on like sauces or something.
Yeah.
Hobie had a big booth inside though. Christine was working it. That's where I saw.
Well, that was the Hobie eyewear.
Miller and all them. Yeah, that was the eyewear booth.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come back and be big.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's no way.
I hope, because that tiny
doesn't get his hands on something, and whether he turns it into something good or not, he's a businessman. He knows business. So Johnny Morris will turn that thing around.
I got a pair of those too.
I just ordered some yesterday with
they had a good deal on Hobies.
Chen has a discount code. If anybody wants some Hobie eyewear, Chen hooked me up with his 15% discount code. I got some Mojos with the Sightmaster. I've been wanting to try that Sightmaster. So hit up Chen if you want to get some Hobie eyewear.
I hope it gets going. I broke my drive during the tournament, so.
Dope.
I broke the cable on my drum. My drum cable broke.
Yeah.
Trying to stay in the current on the second day.
Yeah, mine's totally broke. What part is that it broke? I don't know. It was the little, I don't know. Anyway.
So Andrew's saying, well, we'll get back to Nick's expo experience, but Andrew is saying he found boaters to be courteous to the kayakers. He's saying unlike AZ, which is a lot of times our experience here in Colorado too. Not always, I shouldn't say it. I don't know.
Everybody was
you guys
super
find the
cool.
same? Yeah. No kayak boat rivalry.
I had a guy in a boat with his 2 kids pull 10 feet away from me. On the first, it was about 9 o'clock in the morning when I caught my first fish. It was like as soon as I put it in the boat, I looked up, and here comes this red boat from out of state, and he was from Minnesota. And they weren't too nice because I actually told them I was in a tournament, and they were like, "Oh, well, you don't mind if we fish right next to you, do you?"
Well, yeah, kind of.
I did, and they still they just fished there anyway. So I had a bump around a boat the first thing in the morning. Kind of made me mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got crowded a couple of times, but.
Yeah. Trev's still waiting on his Hobie. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Promise me. Let's see. Yeah.
Get a warranty.
I don't know. The guy that I talked to at Hobie at the expo, it was the first thing I saw as I was walking in, and I had time because I had to go get pre-registered and stuff because I didn't do all that because I didn't know about it. And he didn't even know that the kayak tournament was going on until I brought it up, and then he was like, "Oh, I think we have somebody in that. Her name's Christine Fisher. You ever heard of her?" Like, well, yeah, dude.
That's
Everybody
funny.
in a kayak knows who Christine Fisher is, dude. Like, come on. You just named the Greg Blanchard might be the only other person that would be more notable than her. And, well, let's be honest. He's not her.
Yeah.
So she probably gets more draw than he does.
Oh,
if I'm being
sure.
respectful.
I was on my way home in Kansas City, and this lady comes up to me. She goes, "Oh my God, do you know Christine Fisher?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm just like, actually, I just fished with her. And she goes, "Oh my God, I'm her neighbor from Nebraska." And she's just like telling me all this stuff about her. So I messaged Christine and I told her I met your neighbor in Kansas City, Missouri. And she actually messaged back, and she was laughing. She thought that was pretty funny. So I told her you're pretty famous. So
yeah, she is.
She is pretty famous. I'll give her that.
You better hang low, Leslie, because you're another female fishing the 2-time champ fishing the Bassmaster National Championship. You might get invited to the Bassmaster.
Yeah. They talked to Christine during the classic. They went to
I
her.
like hanging with the dudes, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Yeah.
I do.
So Nick, what else for expo wise, Nick? What you see some cool stuff?
Yeah.
See some Juice's jigs. I know you picked up some juice for Hammer.
No.
So he can kick our ass at
there was no juice jigs for Hammer. Okay,
that's good. Good. He doesn't.
I got
he
one
doesn't
for you,
need
though.
any. Thank you.
I did get one for you.
That. That's my boy.
I got a hat for Sharon. That was one of the first stops I made.
Nice.
Thank you for that.
That's awesome.
So I hope she likes the color. You and I talked for just a little bit. I sent the picture, and then I was already in that line, and that line took a long time. So if she would have been like, "No, change it," I don't know if I would have. But the expo for me, I had a list of things that I had to go get. I did go get some some juice type things for Matt Collins. Speaking of Matt Collins, I don't know if he wants me to show it, but it's pretty cool. My bait of the week, though, because we're doing that. So think of a bait of the week, Kenny.
Yep.
We're also Kenny, think of a bait of the week. Leslie, think of a bait of the week. Straws, you're not out of it either. I want to know what you got from Amazon, mother sucker. And then Flanagan's is going to be a jackhammer of some sort.
Nope.
But yeah, I had a lot of. I had a little grocery list. I had a couple phone calls with Matt Arledge and Matt Collins. Unfortunately, Trev, I let you down, bro. I didn't find that booth. All the booths were in like 2 separate buildings. I didn't even find that booth for that thing. My bad, homeboy, but I do love you. I spent way too much money on baits, but it was super fun. I got to meet these dudes. This isn't bait of the week. It's Revived Bait Company. They're out of Nebraska, college level guys. And they
what were those baits? I couldn't see that.
These this is their dice kit.
Oh, okay.
So they do this little dice kit where they basically give you everything to build dice.
Can you hold it up again?
They sell them. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
I'll give you a pack if you want them, Leslie. I bought a bunch of packs. I got a pack for you too, Flanagan. I got a pack for Collins as well.
You got me dice, but no jackhammers.
Look, bro.
Do you even know me? Do you even know me?
I showed you the wall of jackhammers.
You showed me, and then you showed me a wall of jackhammers, and then bought me dice.
Man, see how this guy is? This is my partner. Come on, dude.
Man, the competition never ends. He's not going to buy you your favorite bait so you can beat on us.
Right.
Right.
No, but the expo is overwhelming. Like all of it's overwhelming.
It is.
There's
it's a lot.
And you know, the crazy thing, I'd never been to an expo that big, and I've definitely never been in early. Did you go in early, Kenny?
Actually,
the hour early.
We got there just before they opened, so we were in line for like 10 minutes, and then it opened.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I got in like probably 5-10 minutes after it actually opened early, and like wandering around. I was like, cool. I didn't know most of the cool stuff was in that other building. But I got into there, and then all of a sudden there was like 1 billion people.
Yeah.
And I was like, what happened? And it was noon. And it was from then on, it was just you're running into people everywhere. It was wild. I had to get out of there. I was like, man, I'm starting to feel weird. I got to go.
I'm glad you didn't get sick. You know?
Well, I haven't yet, luckily. But yeah, I bought a lot of baits. My bait of the week, Leslie, this is inspired by you a little bit too.
Did you get a sneaky rat? Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right.
So Buka brand wood rat. That's the bait of the week.
All right.
Don't worry, Arledge. Yours is in another box. It's okay, buddy. He didn't get one. Maybe he's gonna beat us on it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you wanted a swim bait, they were there. You didn't have to worry about it. You just had to break out your wallet. And I broke up my wallet a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so you're home. You're home right now. You're home right now, drilling holes in the side of Matt's rat, and you're gonna fill it with lead, and you're gonna give it to him. That thing's gonna swim all sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there was a little dude at the Buka Buka booth. His name is Cannon, a little guy. I think he was 9. Sorry if I screwed that up, Cannon. But he did put a little extra juju on this one. He made sure and tell me that this one had extra. I told him, don't put bad juju on the other one. Just don't put juju that beats this one on it. So it does have good juju, Matt. It just doesn't have the best on there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Nice.
Penny, what did your wife think? Because this is one of the first times maybe your wife travels with you. Because I know you travel solo a lot. Did she have a good time, or is she not into fishing?
You need to tell everybody the news too, Kenny. And your
that?
wife is a saint. She's glorious. I don't think you told it on the last podcast. You quit something recently.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I've completely quit smoking.
Yay!
All right.
Wow.
Nice.
Good job,
Nice.
Awesome. Good for you.
Hell yeah. Right on.
Good for you.
Struggle. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
I'm like at
Yeah.
118 days, I think, or something like
Oh,
that.
nice. Yeah.
Wow.
That's good. That's awesome.
Right on.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Good.
But my wife has traveled with me once before, and she doesn't like the temperature outside of Colorado, so
I can feel her there. I can feel that. Yeah,
it was definitely rough for her, and I probably didn't spend the time with her I should have, even though it was a tournament. But yeah, I would do it again for sure.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It was very humid, even though it was not their summer. Like nothing dries there.
That was the first thing Nick said when he texted us when he got there. It's like, holy shit, it's humid here.
Yeah, it's just constantly sweating, and like you hang a towel up,
and it
doesn't dry. It stays wet. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When mushrooms are growing on your hand towel, you know you got moisture.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like Eric's gloves he left in the hatch. That was a special smell, huh, dear?
Oh God.
Yeah. Okay. So I accidentally did that too. I left my used fish gloves in with my mask. And that would have been from well, no. Oh, it gets worse. That would have been from here. So when I pulled my mask out, was like, oh,
you gotta wear that.
Yeah. I had to wear it day one because I got a different fishing shirt, and it doesn't have like the built-in face mask.
Yeah.
So I had to wear that, and that thing smelled like hot ass hands.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was bad when I
thrown away. Yeah, it was terrible.
I thought it was bad when I got some garlic scent on my mask, but I think I'd rather have garlic scent than asshole.
Yeah.
Sure. So,
yeah, it was basically just fish, gross, and a little bit of spike it and some power bait smell.
Yeah.
It was all bad. None of it was good. Yeah. And then it marinated in my box for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great.
See, I'm with Eric. Bad smells are good. I used to, my hockey teammates hated sitting next to me in the locker room because my hockey bag was the worst. I was that guy. My gear was so, but it was defensive mechanism too. I would face wash the opponents, put my glove in their hand. They're like, Jesus Christ, dude, what the hell is all over your hand?
It's called a staph infection.
That's called.
Yeah, that's how you get staph, dude. That's exactly how you get it.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff.
That's funny. When I was building rods back in the day, and I used to repair a lot of guys' rods, I would clean one up for a guy, like his handle would be all nasty, and I'd wipe it down a little bit. I wouldn't get it sparkly clean, but I'd clean it up and wipe his blank down. I hand it back to him, and he's like, what happened to my rod? I'm like, well, I just wiped down the guides and I cleaned. Yeah. And he's like, don't do that no more if I give you a rod. He goes, I want that stink on there. Yeah, exactly like Kenny's showing, where you get the dirt where your hand is just grabbing it. You got the one fingerprint. I tried to clean it up for a guy, and he got all sorts of pissed off at me. And I'm like, sorry, I won't. I'll hand you back your dirty rod with the eyelets all kegged with slime and everything else.
That's holding it all together.
I say that, but I'm not with fishing the way I was with hockey. I wash my gloves and gator and jersey every time after every tournament for sure.
I normally keep my gator and my gloves very separate because I wash my gator every time. My gloves don't get washed all the time, not all the time. Yeah. Most of the time they're junk by the time it's time to wash them because I buy cheap ones from Amazon.
Right.
But man, those were wrapped up nice and tight. So yeah, it smelled like next time you're fishing, you catch a bunch of fish, like a couple days later after they've been in your car in the heat, just smell your gloves a couple times. And that's what I had in my face all of day one.
It's awesome.
I was not happy when the sun came up. I was like, crap. I guess it's not cloudy.
Oh shit.
Gross.
Well, any probably start thinking about wrapping it up here.
Yeah.
Would you guys if it was, let's say, we're hoping this next one is in Missouri, but say it's in South Carolina, because I know next year's Classic is in South Carolina. Would you make the drive again? Would you make a drive to somewhere like South Carolina, East Coast, to do it again?
Eric, will you drive yourself? Yeah.
What's that, Kenny?
I'm going anywhere for a championship.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I think I would, because like you guys, I've been once, and after just going once, it's like I want to go again, man. I don't care where they have it. They could hold it up in Vancouver. I'll make the drive.
And this is why Kenny is the best Colorado traveler we have. He will drive anywhere. I mean, he's by far got more tournaments out of state under his belt than anybody I know.
It's not even close. Not even close.
Yeah.
He put more out of state tournaments in this year than some people have in their entire
yeah.
That's
is Eric driving you to?
He said, I said, can you drive me to, like, if he won, I would drive him. He said, hell no, I'll pay to ship the shit up there. That's what he said.
Get you a Sierra Nevada truck like Greg Blanchard did when he went to.
And we'll just fly out and
There you go.
Put it in a Coors truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be cheaper just to go to Walmart and buy a little sun dolphin for the tournament and then just sink it in the lake when you're done, right? Go out there, hit a cove, and don't
just
go far.
Leave it on
around,
the bank,
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Don't.
And ship your rods and everything to where you're going. Hey, you got something.
So what's your all plan for qualifying? You gonna just roll the dice with Colorado and Wyoming? You gonna do Nebraska, Kansas, and any of you plan on doing any of the out-of-staters?
It's gonna
to try to get back. Yeah.
Probably Colorado and Wyoming.
Yeah.
For me.
Are you gonna fish the series again, Kenny?
Not this season, because they're just too far away.
Yeah.
I love to drive, but I can't justify 4 days of vacation just to get to the place and back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I know Nick's going to all of them because I'm dragging him along with me to go to Nebraska, Kansas.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, I'll go. Have Rod will travel. Then I would go to especially for a championship. Like, my boss would not be very happy. I talked to him today. He was like, so did that kind of solidify it for you? Or are you even more into it now? And I was like, well, I think I'm going to tailor back a little bit on tournaments just so I can fun fish more. But it's so I can fun fish in cooler spots. Because there's a lot of spots in Colorado I even want to hit that apparently have bigs. And
Southwest, I've still never been.
Like this weekend, I plan on fishing. Next week, I plan on fishing, but I'm probably going to fish. I almost said chick. Chat. That's different. Chat is different than chick. So I'm probably going to fish Chatfield just to get ready for the tournament a little bit.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to get into some funner spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Straws? You don't always go out of state a lot unless we're doing a tournament. You gonna do Nebraska, Kansas, all of them, or assuming you don't?
I'm gonna see.
You're gonna qualify at Pueblo. We all know you're gonna Pueblo in spring. You're pretty much automatic. But
yeah, it depends. I mean, it's pretty easy. Everybody's a hero in spring, so it's just a matter of finding 2 of the right kicker fish that get you over. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see. I'd like to do the Jeffries one for Nebraska, but lodging. I'm looking around for lodging. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna sleep in the woods. Like, there's nothing. There's no amenities like other than driving 45 minutes up what is that, 80 or whatever it is, 90 at that point. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Kansas, Milford, that's a short notice, or wherever they're going on that one. That's going to be
2 weeks before the championship. Yeah.
Right. So we'll see. We'll see how. First of all, I want to know where I'm going. Like that's going to be the big factor for me. Where is this championship being held? And then I'll decide if I'm really going to put it all in or not. But I'll tell you what, if I do qualify and I do make it,
LED mindset.
That might be I might go out of kayak tournament fishing at that point. Not out of it, but I'm just not going to be as gung-ho about it anymore. You know, I feel like I've completed the bucket list. I'll jump in some tournaments here and there. So if I actually make it to the championship this year and I go, a lot of guys will be happy to probably see me step away from kayak fishing potentially. I know Kenny will be happy with me leaving. We're always fishing the same shit and just yelling at each other all the time. So he's like, "Get the hell out of here, Straws. You can leave."
Straws.
Oh shit! Yeah. I mean, I wish we could. Well, let's say it is at Table Rock. I mean, that's as close as we're gonna get. You know, we thought 10 killer was as close as we were gonna get, but yeah, Table Rock would be pretty sweet. Although I'd love to go back to 10 killer.
I'm winning Table Rock if it's on Table Rock.
Oh
That's my lake. Yep.
Yeah.
I've got several top 5 finishes from Table Rock.
Oh, nice. All right.
Wow,
well,
then you got to hit them all, then Kenny. You got to make a trek up to James Francis up north.
I know who I'm getting a Airbnb with then when I qualify. So.
Yep.
Eric says if it's
my spot, you still have to catch them though.
Yeah, exactly. Eric says if it's Table Rock, he's doing all the qualifiers. So you're in, Leslie. You're in too.
Yeah, that would be something.
Yeah.
So Nick, we did a little seminar out at Quincy a couple of weeks ago on the lake showing you electronics. Did any of that information or knowledge come into play when you were at the championship?
I used every single bit of it with the exception of watching my bait fall on 2D.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I used side scan. When I went to Sail Creek on the last day, I caught a fish and I didn't even want to. Like I tried to shake that fish off a bunch and that fish was not I even told Eric, I was like, dude, that trocar hook screwed me. Like, because I pulled up and I felt the little thump and I immediately gave it slack and was like, no. And then I watched my line move and I'm like, okay, that's gotta be current, which I was not ready for that either. Like when you're like, if your line moves sideways, it's got to be a fish, unless you're at Chickamauga and they're pulling, what did you say, Kenny, like 35 million CUs or whatever? No. Unless they're doing that shit, and then your line will move and you'll be like, yeah, nope, that wasn't one. But
30,000 CFS.
I'm almost 50 years old, Matt Collins. How dare you?
Damn,
but no, I use side scan. Almost exclusively every time I was moving, and every time I saw something substantial, mark. I was just marking everything.
Good for you.
And I got everything dialed in. I do have some questions on how to get some of my settings better, so I'm probably going to hit you up again. But man, I use that so much, and I used my mapping more than I've ever used it. That became imperative because once I found out so for mine, it was bluff walls that led into the deep channel on channel swings. That's where I was getting all my bites on topwater. On the far side, so the outside portion of the channel swing is where all of my bottom baits, Nikos, Texas rig, that kind of stuff, that's where that was playing. So it was nice to just look at the map and go, that looks like it, that looks like it, that looks like it, and go, I have 1, 2, 3 coming up right here. And I would just in the afternoon, I was picking those spots and just basically moving past everything else. So that was kind of where I used that, and I use that more than I've ever used it. So thank you very much, because that class did help me a lot.
Oh yeah, not a problem. I love passing on the knowledge, right? I mean, I don't have kids. Sharon's on the boat with me all the time and she fishes just like I do. She's like, "Oh, look at the fish on the screen." So anytime I can help somebody understand electronics, I'm down to teach whatever I know can help somebody.
Yeah,
I'm down.
We definitely got to do that episode soon, like we talked about. All these old guys in the comments complaining about kids, these old timers.
What up, puppet dog?
All right, well, we should probably wrap it up.
Let me see that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Yeah. Here, hold on.
Hey, huge shout out to Kayak Cushion also.
Oh yeah, you told me they might have something for us.
Yeah, Donald's trying to. Well, I hope he's going to. He said he was going to throw in a few kayak cushions for the winners, or at least top finishers, and then give us a discount code as well.
Nice. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, for the CKB?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I need a new one. Mine's probably smelling like Nick's Gator because it's a couple seasons old. Yeah.
Well, and I can tell you this: going to that dinner with Kenny, like Kenny's like, "Oh, hey man, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Where you been? Oh man, I ain't seen you in a bunch of years. Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, do you got that fishing reel I let you borrow 10 years ago?" Like, he knows a lot of mugs.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like,
I'm sure. Yeah.
Like he knows a lot of mugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Mitch was really nice as well from Wyoming.
Yeah.
So
that was
he did
awesome.
really good.
Yeah. I hope we.
Yeah,
hope
he
we
had
see
a really
Mitch,
good day one.
Mitch. Yeah. Hope we see Mitch more this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he say if he's gonna? I mean, I assume he's gonna do Horsetooth. Did he say if he's gonna join us for any others? Because he made it out to Mac with us last year, so he didn't just do WKB. He did a CKB last year. Is he gonna join us again this year? Do we know?
I didn't hear anything.
Didn't ask. Yeah. Okay.
I've talked to him, fairly often. Probably every other month, I'd reach out just to say hello. He said he's definitely interested in the CKB because he loves the tournament fish. We have a great group. We run a good events, and it's fairly close. It gives him that national feel by traveling, but not having to travel 18, 20 hours. So I think he'll join us this year.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any up his way since we're not doing Nebraska this year. But hopefully, he can make it out to more than just Horsetooth. So
yeah. Well, don't forget, I started WKB to give us another opportunity. The state was available, opened up a chapter, and we have the Wyoming Kayak Bassmasters. That is a one-time, one-off. Last episode, Kenny's like, "Man, what are we doing? Where's the tournaments in July and August?" So if we all start really getting the itch really bad, there's always an option to run a 3-trail series for the WKB. So if there's any interest in fishing more stuff, we always have WKB. We could put a Rocky Mountain Trail series together via WKB. We could make something happen.
Yeah.
Well, and Eric had an idea. I don't know if you saw it in the comments, but Eric had an idea of like a West Coast championship with or a Rocky Mountain championship with like us. And this is just what I would think: us, Kansas, Nebraska, Wyoming,
New Mexico.
Maybe New Mexico. Arizona's a little long.
Utah.
That's a little.
Utah has a
could
club,
put them in the mix too.
Have it at
like a top 10%. AOY or something like that.
Cayman Rasmussen to come up down here.
Yeah.
Smash all of our faces.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, let's go around the horn. Any thanks? I know y'all have some. Eric is having it. Boyd, of course. Boyd's everybody's kicking the dog with Boyd, and I'm one too. I freaking hate Boyd. Can't stand it. Sucks. Kenny, who do you want to thank for your time out there?
I'm going to thank my wife first off. She was a trooper and hung with me, even though it was horribly humid. And second of all, I got to thank my company, Sunbelt Rentals. They paid a good majority of my trip. So
Nice.
Yeah. Right on. That's awesome.
I got quite a nice little gift card package from them before I left.
You can hit that light.
Wow.
Yeah. Right on. Nikki, who are you thinking?
Again, I will echo Kenny's with my employer. They squared me away with some time off and kind of handled all that while I was gone. That was a big deal for me. And then I mean, obviously to you, Flanagan, Hammer, Jimmy, all the people that reached out, I mean, shoot, there's such a list, man. I should have been better. I should have written them all down, but like Justin Bricklin reached out, Trev reached out, Arledge reached out, Rojas, Alex, other people in the comments like Corey Doyle, people that I don't even really talk to very much, were just like, hey man, good luck, dude.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Terry Dorr reached out, like he like him and I don't really know each other that well, but he was just like, hey man, good luck, dude. Just everybody that reached out. And if I forgot you, my bad. And then some of the people that don't fish with me, like that I work with, or some of my buddies just reaching out and being cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Trocar for squaring me away with good hooks. I definitely caught fish on them hooks. So big shout out to them. And then for me, Walt McCree, big shout out, Walt. Like you don't know how much you helped me in that tournament. I was on the road to putting a couple bullets through my kayak and just having a good day in Chattanooga at the whiskey shop. So like what a nice guy he was. He messaged me on Instagram and was like, dude, kick some ass today. Like it was just very cool, that whole thing. And then having the support down there, getting to meet Kenny's wife, she's super cool. If I needed anything, I know Kenny would have helped me out. Same thing for Leslie and Eric. It was a great experience that like I want to do it again. I'm going back next year. It's happening. So you guys better get ready. You better fish hard because
I got you.
I'm coming for it.
Leslie, who you want to thank besides your dogs? And by the way, I meant to say it earlier. Rest in peace to Buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy's the one we got to meet a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. He died while I was gone. Yeah, they kind of kept it a secret till I was on my way home, which is probably good.
Yeah, probably good.
I do have 8 more, but he was.
Oh Jesus. He's the one we met though on the podcast.
He was the OG,
right?
Yeah, he was the original guy. Yeah. Obviously, biggest thank you to Eric taking time off and driving me all the way out there. He was like Mr. Magoo. Going into Tennessee, it was pouring. He hates weather. When we were going into Kansas City, there was tornado warnings. And then of course going into Tennessee that night, it poured. We were to ride at like 7 p.m. We didn't get there till like 9:30 p.m. and he was white knuckling it the whole time.
Yeah.
And he just, he helps me launch and move and, constantly cheering me on or whatever. So of course, Eric.
Your personal caddy. Yeah.
Yeah. And he respects the fact that I know it's probably like hard for people to understand, but I want to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
He respects that, and I appreciate that very much. And then my mom, we have kids here, we have dogs, we got all this going on. She stays and takes care of our home while we're gone. I mean, I don't have any sponsors. I get the buddy deal from Eagle Claw, of course, because we're Eagle Claw family, but I don't really have
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then of course all the fishing friends, family, everybody. It is difficult to go out there and your nightmare is kind of like I'm gonna skunk, you know what I mean? And knowing that people send messages and say, at least are you proud of what you did, or and just kind of patting you on the back and stuff as you're on your way home or whatever. Like honestly, all you guys being there, meeting Kenny's wife, all that, so special, the dinner and everything. And yeah, just everybody in the club, you guys, of course, you know, James setting up the messaging and everything like that. I just appreciate you all very much.
Yeah, that's awesome. Right on. Well,
hell yeah.
That is awesome. Hammer's got a shameless plug. He's going to be on a podcast tomorrow night talking about heritage. What is it? It's like beers and bass and brews or something like that. I forget. Put it in the chat, Hammer. We'll give you a plug. Eric saying you had a company ask about you.
Yeah, I do. I have people that want to sponsor.
Well, yeah, get on it.
Yeah.
Spill it.
Get on it.
I don't know. We'll see.
More responsibility. I mean, sponsorships are fun, but sometimes 15% off of a $4.99 bait just isn't worth the time you got to put in sometimes, right?
No.
I mean,
I get it.
It just depends. Kind of a lone ranger myself, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll see if it's something I enjoy and using, and you never know.
Eric says, tell them the company.
Big Baits.
Oh, Big Bites?
Bite Bait?
Yeah. Which one are you talking about?
Big Bite Baits?
Big Bites is legit.
Hog Farmer.
Oh, Hog Farmer's even more legit.
Super legit.
Yo, hook me up.
They're legit. Yeah.
Yo, hook me up. I love
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Hell yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's hell yeah. On Hammer's podcast, he's going to be on Bass, Kayak, and Beers. So check that out tomorrow night. See Hammer. Yeah.
He says I'm rad.
That's freaking awesome.
That the awesome. Owner guy. He's like, I want to sponsor your wife. Do you think she wants to do that? She's rad.
Okay. No kidding. Cool. Hell yeah. That's badass.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Any parting words? It's 2 hours. Let's try to wrap it up here. We could go all night.
No. Yeah. The only thing I'd like to say is anybody out there that's watching, please hit that like button for the YouTube channel. Hit the like, subscribe. It does all that good stuff for us. I don't know what it does, but it has something to do with analytics and all these other different things that I don't know nothing about, but hit like and subscribe.
Our YouTube views have gone down because of Facebook, because we're on Facebook. So the YouTube's views started out like over 100, and now since we're on Facebook, they've sort of dipped because I think a lot more people are watching on Facebook. We still get decent views though, like way more people than are in the club. So it's still awesome. Good. We're digging it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
But yeah,
once again, big shout out to Eagle Claw.
Yep, Eagle Claw.
Thank you to Eagle Claw, Trocar, Shields, everybody that supports the CKB. And all our members. And don't forget, we have a deadline coming up, which is what date, Matt? For the discount at Eagle Claw if you join the club?
I mean, I honestly sort of arbitrarily set it as April 1st. Yeah. This Eagle Claw did not give me this date. I just said we got to have some sort of cutoff. It can't be all year. You want to reward the people that sign up early. So the cutoff is April 1st. Sign up for the club on the website that you see below here. Let me get rid of Eric's comment, but thank you, Eric. We appreciate that. LEDs, sign up at ColoradoKayakBassmasters.com. If you sign up by April 1st, you get 50% off your visit at the Eagle Claw store. I was just there a couple weeks ago. They got rods, hooks, new tungsten jigs. There's these new tungsten jigs that are awesome. Yeah. Unfortunately, the only I wanted to get a hoodie. A winter hoodie, and they had these really nice gray Eagle Claw hoodies, but they only came in Eric Ali sizes.
Yeah,
all they had left was 2XL and 3XL, so I couldn't get one, unfortunately. But yeah, it's go down to the Eagle Claw store, downtown Denver, and sign up by April 1st. Get 50% off, and you won't regret it. So
wow, what a deal! Thank you for that, Eric.
Heck yeah. Yes.
Once again, thank you guys, Kenny, Nick, Leslie. Heck of a job. Thank you
awesome.
for going out there.
Awesome
Thanks for being on the
guys,
podcast. Thanks for following up with everything you did for us here. And I know we've added more pressure to you by putting you on podcast and highlighting you, but that is the purpose of this club. So great job. And we look forward to having you guys qualify again and represent CKB. So thank you for your support.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have
All
a
right,
good night.
2 weeks from
putting
now,
us on.
next episode, 2 weeks, April 1st, we're going to talk Shields team series. So get those teams picked so we can talk some shit next time.
See you guys this weekend at Chatfield.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
all right, everybody.
right. All right.
You and everybody else. All right, guys. See
Later,
y'all
you
later.
guys.
Cheers.
End stream.